United Nations, I see that the collaboration between Angola and Brazil is very visible and very close. So it is, there is great intermingling on almost all the subjects which come up in the United Nations. You notice that Angola and Brazil are voting together.
Yeah. We not just vote together, we do lots of other things together. We dance samba together, we have carnival together, we have candomblé together.
Let's keep the conversation decent. I get worried when you say we do other things together also.
The tone of the evening has definitely begun to decline. Who would like to ask the next question? Yes, in the third row, and then the gentleman in the far back.
Hi, I'm Laurie Dixon. I'm a former trustee and a member of the Board of Governors at the university. I'm a graduate of this campus. My question has to do with education. You touched a little bit on the lack of education. I wondered if there was a system in place to establish infrastructure and to start a public school system whereby the elementary schools would go through to secondary, and are there any universities currently in existence?
Yes. And can I add a supplementary to that? Yes. I would like to know what is the potential for relations between Fairleigh Dickinson and Angola through you?
Yes, that's a good one. Well, education. Angola is and Angolans are very open to outside, easy to intermingle, very easy to intermingle. Our educational system is still very much to be developed, right from the basic level, but again, this has been one of the key aspects that the independent government of Angola, right from day one, invested a lot. Because again, we believe that the potential that the country has can only be realized if we have the people with the education and the training which is required to do it. Back in the colonial days, Angola was a country with illiteracy rates running about 98%. Illiteracy. The Portuguese kept Angola under that type of system. So a few of us could benefit, and many of us did it through the missionary system, including the university. Angola at independence had a handful of graduates, very handful. Angola was running rates of illiteracy which only started to change to reach about 60% in the mid-70s. So this has been the history of, as far as education of Angolans is concerned. I think that this could be again one of the main avenues of cooperation. For instance, right now the programs that we have for training of Angolans at university level right in this country are quite developed, especially due to the oil, the exploration of oil, which is again done basically by American companies, Cabina Gulf Oil, and the training is being done in a number of universities with which the universities in Angola have common programs.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Yes.
Carry on.
The next question will come from the fellow in the last row.
I'm Richard, professional
Did you hear the question?
Why does the Constitution ask for presidential elections to be indirect through Parliament rather than direct universal elections?
It's not the case. Our elections of the president in Angola are done through direct rule, that are through direct elections. In other words, what we have is the new change. I think you are reflecting this. Is that the parliament and the president are elected together. In other words, we do not have a special election just for the president. This has been the more recent change, if you're talking about. I think you follow this. Yes.
Excellency, our time is coming to a close,
Yes.
Sadly, but I will reserve the chair's privilege to ask you the final question, if I may. There was something, a theme that ran through your remarks tonight that had to do with finding goodness even in tragedy, and you referred to the period of colonialism, and you referred to the period of slavery. If we had time, we might discuss the tragedy of the Angolan Civil War. Is this a characteristic of the Angolan people? Because in the U.S., when we encounter tragedy, we look for someone to blame. We don't look so much to find a glimmer of good in it.
Well, tragedy, we like to, we do a lot of introvert type of analysis. We discuss a lot amongst ourselves. We find sometimes the causes of the problems that we have within ourselves rather than blaming someone else. And we strive towards finding the solutions which are the best, or the best responses to the problem that we have. That's a characteristic that we tend to have. It's not just as a result of the long colonial rule, it's also the result of the nature of the Angolan people. It's the nature of the Angolan people. We tend to be, we do not try to blame others for our own problems. We first seek within ourselves the reasons for the problems, and we try to find the appropriate, solutions rather than blame on someone else.
Thank you. And would you please join me in thanking the ambassador?
Thank you.